What on everybody, it's your boy is the Wiz here back with some more Queen's Blade Limit Break, and today we're going to be talking about some characters and how you can set up some teams and stuff, because I've been getting a lot of comments about it. And as you can see up here, Elena has just been added to the game. I'm not really trying to get her. I'm trying to get Elena that came out a couple of days ago. I'm going to be summoning on her banner and stuff, but we're going to be talking about some characters, their skill set and stuff, and hopefully I'm just going to go through some of them which I know about, and hopefully it helps you guys build better teams and stuff, because I know some people want me to make a tier list and stuff like that, but I haven't gone through the whole game looking at all the characters' skills and stuff to really make a tier list of them, but I'm gonna be doing that like probably the next video, doing a tier list and stuff like that, so be looking out for that. So anyway, let's get into the video. So first off, we're gonna go to the index and just look at some characters. And you may ask, what is a good team to run in this game? Well, me personally, I always run like 3 DPS, 1 tank, and 1 healer. Because you don't need too many healers and stuff, because it's gonna make your team a little unbalanced and stuff. I like to keep my stuff balanced and enough to do damage and healing and tanking all together. So you can see up here there's a variety of gold characters in this game, and I'm not gonna go through all of them, just gonna go through some, like the ones that I use. They all got different stuff, which is power, magic, skill. I don't know what the B and the D stands for, dark and something. I gotta look into those, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some of the good characters that you might want to have on your team when you're first starting off, that you want to look for in the beginning. And I personally would say you want to get Malona, the Phantasmagoric Malona. This is the one you want. She can attack all enemies, and it's a reversal, so she can attack all enemies, and she uses a random hit, and it deals 77 magic damage to 3 random enemies and 50 chance of inflicting magic mirror, which you can see it takes 20% damage of an attack and changing it as if it was a magic attack. So she gets to convert damage into magic damage, and she can also attack many of the mages, which is the blue type characters, which she is. And like all characters, she have a passive skill, boost stats. She get plus 15% attack, 10% health, and plus 10 speed, which is pretty good. That means she gets to do faster turns, she hit harder, and her life goes up just a little bit. Third move, Dissolving Liquid. She deals 90% of magic damage to 4 random enemies with a 40% chance of inflicting magic mirror. That is also good. As you know, she's gonna keep converting damage into magic damage, and she's gonna keep pressuring those mages who gets hit by magic mirror. And she can attack multiple enemies. And the last one is Shapeshifter. Damage of magic mirror, state plus 10%. Which means you're gonna get a 10% more damage boost for using that skill. Alright, next in line we have Tomoe, which is a very good unit. As you can see, it say attack up, ignore, defense, crit down. She can use Piercing Wind, which deals 180% physical damage to 1 enemy in front and ignores 10% of the target's defense, attack plus 15% for 3 turns. So she can ignore people's defense stats, well 10% of their defense stats, and hits them with a heavy hitting attack and increase her own attack by 15%, which is very good. Passive, increase attack by 20%, health by 10%, and crit rate by 5%, which makes her pretty strong. Guardian Gale deals 130 physical damage to enemies in the front middle row, with a 50% chance of reducing 15% of the target's crit rates. That means she's gonna hit a person with this, and it's gonna stop them from getting critical attacks on your party, which really is a good debuff on the enemy team. It's gonna make it so that they don't hit as hard, and she's gonna be hitting very hard, and your team is gonna be hitting it very hard. Now, sword mastery plus 5% attack after action lasts 2 turns. The effect can be duplicated, so that makes her constantly gain 5% more attack whenever she does an action for 2 turns, which is a total of 10% damage because it does stack. So yeah, Tomoe is pretty lethal. She's a good DPS unit, and hopefully you guys do have Tomoe. I think she starts as a 4-star, and you could get her. So yeah, you want her on the team. We're gonna talk about this Nanya. This is one of the best healers in the game, next to Noah, I would say. But this one is all about healing. There you go. Heal. She recovering the ally with the lowest health. Recovery amount is 189% of your attack and has a 30% chance to remove all debuffs. So, as you can see, that's already very good. She can heal one of the weakest characters. Elite Angel, health by 10%, attack by 5%. That's pretty good for a passive. And her last skill is heal all, recover all allies' health. Recovery amount is 190 of your attack and grants protective shield to allied mages. So all your blue units will be getting a protective shield. I guess because mages really aren't the tankiest of characters in the game, but that will save a lot of their I would say lives, because they'll be taking heavy damage and stuff sometimes, and she can shield them and heal everybody. Now there's another Nanya in the game that you may have gotten. She looks almost identical, but she's an attack type. She does lots of burn damage. As you can see, Holy Trap inflicts 180 magic damage on 2 enemies, the lowest health, and a 50% chance of inflicting burn. Lasts for 2 turns. And as you can see, they lose health by, what is that, 15% every turn of their attack. So whatever their attack stats is, they take 15% of that and they take it. She get 20% health, 10%. 20% attack, 10% health, and 5% crit rate, just like Tomoe. Fallen Star, 40% chance to remove all buffs of an enemy, and 140% magic damage to the damage target. So she's gonna debuff them, and she's gonna hit them with heavy damage. So basically, she works just like the other Nanya, but she's an attack type that's gonna be inflicting fire damage and not healing. She's just gonna be attacking and debuffing, which makes this an even better unit to use. That's if you want her as a DPS though. And this one, if the enemy in burn state, burn and fire inflicts will be transferred to the enemy with the lowest health after the action. It can be duplicated 3 times in 2 turns of the skill cooling. Can be activated once per turn. So she can take the burn damage off anybody she uses it on and give it to the target with the lowest health, which is gonna immediately let them be focused on being destroyed. So another great unit, you guys may want to get her. She's very good, very good attack type unit. So if you're looking for her, just grab her. And this is what I'm saying, it's not a wrong way to build teams. Like, if you find a character you like, you could just put them on the team. I recently got this Elena, which is actually supposed to be named Maria from Queen's Blade Rebellion. But she's a burn crit silence type. I'm gonna look at her and use her. Probably feature in a later video, because I just got her. And let's see, we're gonna talk about some other characters. I did suggest everybody get Noah. She's like the easiest character to get, and she's one of the best healers in the game, I would say personally. Master Chief's teaching: heal 3 allies with the lowest health. Recovery amount is 264 of damage dealt. Recover 5% of own max health every turn, lasts 2 turns. So this is what I was saying. She can heal 3 allies that was damaged badly, and she heals them by a lot. 264% of damage dealt. So how much damage they got dealt to them, she'll heal them 264% of that. And she makes them recover 5% of their health every turn. So that means they're gonna constantly be healing every turn that passes for 2 turns. That's very good. She got kind of a regular passive skill. It's just your run-of-the-mill. Synthesize is 10% health, 5% attack. Nothing too major. She's not meant to be like fighting a lot. And Thoughts of Elena resurrects and heals health of 1 dead ally. Recovery amount is 109% of own attack. Recovers the ally with the lowest health. When all of the allies are alive, the recovery amount is 185 of own attack plus 110. So this is just means she's gonna revive a dead character, and she'll heal one of your units with the lowest amount of life. And if everybody is back alive on the field, she's gonna give everybody a recovery of health. So this is why I say this is one of the best units in the game. She can revive, she can give you passive healing, she can heal a lot of characters, and she's overall pretty good. You just want her in the back row chilling while all your other units are getting healed and all type of stuff. So it's a very good unit. Next up, we'll be talking about Yamir. Start off with her first skill, Rolling, which is 68% physical damage to enemies in front and middle row with a 30% chance of inflicting provoke, and it can last for 2 turns. Provoke forces the challenger to perform normal attacks, so it will stop people from using any skills. And by the way, this is a tank unit. She's very tanky. She can take a lot of damage, and you can put her in the front row just to keep your team safe. And that provoke skill of hers come in handy. Like I said, it cancels people from using any skills. They're just gonna normal attack her, which is pretty good, and they will be doing that for 2 turns, which means you get 2 turns of safety. Princess of Steel Mountain passive, 10% health and defense. You love to see that on a tank unit as always. And steel protection. At the end of the turn, it grants shield for 2 allies with the lowest health for 2 turns. The shield absorbs 150 damage of own attack. So whatever her attack is, as you can see, it's like 1970. You give that a 150% boost, and that's what her shield is gonna be. She could block up to that much damage, which is very good. Pretty good unit. You love to see her. Next, we're gonna talk about a unit you should start with is Ari. They gave me her when I first started, and I'm pretty sure everybody gets her when they first start off. She's a very high damaging unit. This move right here, Hellfire, deals 77% magic damage to 3 random enemies with a 40% chance to inflict burn, and it lasts 2 turns. Attack percent by 10. Attack by 10% and health by 5. That's okay. Underworld Temptation deals 88% magic damage to all enemies. Crit rate by 60% for the target with burn or flame. So whoever she burns or inflict flame on, she gets the 60% crit rate boost, which means she's gonna do massive damage. She's gonna always most likely crit on somebody with burn. And the last passive, Spirit of Death, burn damage to the target of the state is 10%. That means you get 10% more burn damage than what other burn damage users may get. She's just like Malona with that. Alright, before we wrap this video up, somebody did ask me about Welveria. I don't know which one of these units they were talking about, but they said something about healing and stuff. I know this one is a burn type, and I haven't really looked at her skills. And if they did get her, I would prefer this one right here, because she has Curse, which is a very interesting, I would say, debuff to the enemy. She has Unholy Pose Corruption, which deals 77% magic damage to 3 enemies with a 60% chance of inflicting curse. The effect can be duplicated. 2 turns after the damage, 2 turns it takes damage of 20% of user's attack. So after 2 turns passes, she could give you 30% damage. That was 15% attack and health. This Unholy Pose Domination deals 140 magic damage and curse. Burst damage to all enemies at the same time. So this is a move that can hit everybody on the field and inflicts curse. And Evil Spirit Body, 40% chance of inflicting curse, 30% self attack in the normal attack, and the effect can be duplicated. I think this either made when the enemy's normal attack they take self damage, or you take self damage. I don't know. I need to get this unit to figure that one out, because that one sounds a little weird. But overall, she's a pretty good unit. And yeah, like those mostly all the units that we know and love. This is the only other unit that I would say get. I just like her personally because she's my favorite. Cursed Whirlwind deals 72% magic damage to the enemy with the highest speed and a 50% chance of inflicting blood. Loses health by 10% of the attacker's attack last 2 turns. So they take 10% of their own attack and they lose that as damage, which is not that high, but it does it every turn and it lasts 2 turns, which makes Menace pretty good. She inflicts bleed damage, attack 10%, health 5%, pretty much the same as Noah, I think. Shout, she deals 140% magic damage to the enemy in the front middle row with an 18% chance of inflicting petrification. It lasts 2 turns and 25% chance for the enemy to be hit with blood. So when you petrify somebody, their physical defense and magical defense minus 10%. And I think they can't move for 2 turns. So that's why I say this unit is very good. She petrifies them, they can't move, and they get debuffed in their defenses. So that means they can't move and you can hit them harder. So basically, that is all the units. Hopefully you guys enjoy me talk about some of these characters. And yes, like I said, I will be making a tier list of these characters later. I'm just gonna have to look through all of these guys. Well, not guys, girls. Gonna have to look through all of these units, look at all their skills, rank them in certain orders of what I would think would be very good for you guys, and hopefully come up with a, I would say, pretty good tier list. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and as always, make sure to hit that like, consider subscribing if you want more videos like this. And I'm gonna be doing some more stuff for, like, I don't know, events and stuff, showing you guys some things in the game that you can do to get gems and stuff like that. I just have stuff planned in the future, and also I am sorry that it takes me so long to make these videos, but I do have quite a tight schedule and I'm not always able to upload on YouTube that often. So thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Is the Wit sending out deuces, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope that this helped you guys make some better teams. And I will say again, just look at the units. If you like the units, read their skills and stuff, and if it sounds satisfying to you, it's a good team. Like, there is no wrong way to make a team. So with that being said, this boy Is the Wit sending out deuces, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
What